Ja, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Interview von der Vancouver Resource Investment Konferenz 2015 im Januar. Und neben mir sitzt Kevin Drover vom Aurcana, der neue CEO. Und Aurcana ist ja nicht unbedingt, oder sagen wir mal so, die letzten 1,5 Jahre waren für Aurcana nicht wirklich die besten. Und deswegen ist es ganz wichtig für uns, einmal sehen, wie das, was bei der Company Neues vorwärts geht. Kevin, thank you to have time for me that
absolutely
we can talk about Aurcana. You take over the CEO last 6 months or something?
I started on July the 9th. We decided to make a management change, and I took over then and went about trying to get our costs down, had to get some new management and whatnot in at the La Negra mine and things like that. But generally trying to rebuild Aurcana from where we had been over the last few years.
The last results from your mine was really good. It looks like you make big improvements in them. So maybe you can give us a small overview. What's the number?
Well, when we took over in July and the new management team, which I'm heading up, we focused first on the La Negra operation itself, and primarily we needed to get the costs down, we needed to get productivity up, and we needed to understand the ore body itself and the grade components and whatnot of it. So those were our focuses. We adjusted our workforce downward. We laid off a number of people. We were focused on of course saving costs, things like capital controls, cost controls, any kind of purchases, those kinds of things, and we've been very successful in doing that. And we've been able to get our costs down from sort of an all-in sustaining cost when I started of near $20, and I think by the end of 2014 we were close to $15. So we've made good progress in minimizing costs and as well getting our production up. We've had 2 quarters now, third quarter and the fourth quarter, where we progressively increased production, and in fact both quarters were record production. And
is it possible that you can go this road again, so next month that you see higher production and the costs coming down?
Well, really the third quarter and the fourth quarter were phase 1 of the programs that we were going to put in place. Phase 2 now comes in the first half of 2015 with further focus on more cost reductions and production increases, productivity increases. We will be in the process of the next several months making further changes, primarily in the shift at the site, going from 8-hour shifts to 12-hour shifts, and from working only 6 days a week to 7 days a week. And that's somewhere in the neighborhood of a 40% productivity, just those 2 things alone. So that will allow us to get our production up. Secondly, we developed a new resource, and unfortunately the new resource wound up being lower than the old one that was out in the market. What we have now is a new resource that's very credible, and we now are able to put a life of mine plan to that. So we've got a much better tool in front of us now to be able to manage and know what our costs are going into a year, for instance, like 2015. We have a really good handle on what our costs should be. And on what our grade should be. The grades we won't be out there making decisions without having the knowledge in front of us. So I'm hoping that 2015 is going to be a much better year even in 2014.
Okay, and can you say something about the all-in cost? What is the projection for the all-in cost end of 2015?
End of 2015, I just as soon not say that at this stage of the game because I have to accomplish a few things before. But needless to say, they will be lower than 2015.
Okay, this is also a number. I don't want to talk about Schäfter. A lot of people know about Schäfter, and Schäfter bring the company in big troubles. Yeah. But with Schäfter, you get a big backpack, I would say, in a negative way. So with a lot of debt. What you're doing with them? Are you have planned to can reduce this, or is the cash flow what you get with Nähere enough that you can handle this?
Well, we have right now, our debt is with Orion, of course, and we have about a $35 million debt right now, and that is the single biggest issue that we have. Right now, I believe we can handle the debt, but all of our cash flow is going to go to service the debt unless we do a restructuring. What I can say is that Orion has been very supportive. We're in constant discussion with them. So we certainly hope that they'll be open, and I believe they will be, to assisting us in coming up with a workable solution so that they get repaid, but yet we have some of our cash flow to be able to build a company and grow in the future.
Okay. Is there any important thing what the investor should know about the company?
Well, first of all, I guess we're very different than the previous management. We're very different. I'm an operating guy. I've been an operating guy all my life. I go into situations where a company needs a turnaround situation, and that's what we're doing here. We're going to rebuild our credibility in the market. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to get the house properly put in order. We're going to get our productivities. We're going to get our costs in a very low quartile of the business that we're in. And in the process of doing that, I'm certainly hoping to be able to build the credibility of Aurcana and get the investor confidence back. So, the plan is in place to do that.
Okay. I must ask one little question about Schäfter. Is there any chance that Aurcana see any value from Schäfter again, or do you think it's better we don't touch it?
No, I think Schäfter, right now Schäfter is not my number one priority. It's on care and maintenance. It's probably going to need mid-20s silver price to make it interesting again. But I do believe that Schäfter is a mine. It's not going to be the same kind of mine that was originally envisioned. My gut feeling is that this mine is a 1.5 to 2 million ounce producer, low tonnage. It's got a good grade. It's got probably a grade of 9.5 ounces per ton. But it's going to need some upfront money to get this back into operation again. My focus right now is to get Nähere, the cash flow that we have, make full use of that, and get our credibility back. If and when the price of silver goes up, then we will make a decision on Schäfter itself.
Kevin, thank you for your update.
Thank you.
And good luck. I hope that you can reach your goals. Every shareholder hoped this.
Yeah, I think so, including myself. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ja, das war ein Interview mit dem neuen CEO von Aurcana. Wenn man sich die letzten Zahlen anschaut, und die haben ja auch veröffentlicht und ist bei IAW Presse auch über den Ticker gegangen, das schaut ja wirklich nicht so schlecht aus, und ich glaube, also das ist mein persönlicher Eindruck, er macht einen guten Job. Und sein Fokus ist halt, die Nähere-Mine wirklich profitabel zu bringen. Und wie er gesagt hat, alleine über diese 2 Maßnahmen, die sie im ersten Halbjahr machen wollen, also 12 Stunden Schicht und 7 Tage die Woche arbeiten, können sie die Produktion um gut 40% steigern. Aber sein größtes Problem ist halt natürlich die Verschuldung, die er hat, die über die Schäfter-Mine auch gekommen ist. Da müssen sie natürlich schauen, wie sie das unter Kontrolle bekommen. Und da gibt es halt mehrere Möglichkeiten. Und dort, wo es die Verschuldung auch ist, also der Kreditgeber ist auch sehr unterstützend und unterstützt die Company, aber sie brauchen halt einen Teil dieses Cashflows auch, um die Mine weiterzuentwickeln. Ja, sehr interessant. Schauen Sie auf die Aktie. Ich glaube, die Company hat wirklich eine gute Chance, dass sie ihre Ziele erreicht, und dann würde das dementsprechend das Vertrauen in die Aktie zurückbringen. Und schauen Sie in den Chart an, wo ist die Aktie schon mal gewesen, wo steht sie jetzt. Also wenn Sie an einen steigenden Silberpreis auch noch glauben, dann könnte da hier etwas ganz Spannendes für Sie drinnen sein. Viel Spaß und viel Erfolg. Tschüss.